Today we are going to learn the classification of account, the subject for FYBMS semester 1. So, first of all, we have to understand the concept of classification of account. Let's Accounts are classified in two major heads. First is personal account and second is impersonal account. So personal account means what? The person, the individual. So individual means what? The people like us, which is called as natural person. Like Anshuman Magar and the student who is listening the same. Both are the natural person. So the natural personal account is a type of personal account. So Anshuman account or any Pratap account, Mahesh account, these are the natural person account. In every transaction, there are include number of people who involve in transaction. Like Anshuman has purchased goods from X on credit. This is the nature of transaction. So Anshuman and X both are the natural person. So while we will record the transaction, we will use these two names. Next is artificial person account and another is representative person account. So artificial means what? Which is allowed or which is creation of the law, which is artificial person account. Next is representative person account. Representative means what? One who represents something. So we will discuss the explanation of the same in next slide. The another head of accounts is impersonal. So those who are beyond the personal, like artificial, natural, representative. The rest of the all things are classified under the real account and nominal account. So what is a real account and what is nominal account? Let's have a look. So first of all, as we have discussed that personal account means what? The accounts of the persons who deal in a business. Deal in a business means what? Who are involved in a transaction. It's called as personal account. And as we have already discussed, natural person means what? The people, human being like us are the natural person. As we have taken the example of Raj account, Sam account, Sudham account, Moni account, Anshuman account, Jayashree account. Means what? These are the natural creation of the nature. Natural means what? Nature. Some people call it creation of God. And those who don't believe, they call it creation of nature. Next is artificial personal account. So artificial means what? This includes the accounts of body corporates, cooperative societies, clubs, societies, and in certain cases the companies, which are the artificial persons. Why it is artificial persons? Because due to some law prevailing in that particular country, this artificial persons get existence. Like in Company Act, company is considered as artificial and judicial person. Means what? The person, like natural creation person, the owner of business is different than its company. So the owner of the business and the company itself, those are two different elements. The owner is natural person and XYZ company is artificial person by the Company Act. In certain cases, banks, schools, universities, hospitals, cooperative societies, these are the artificial person. Why so? Cooperative Societies Act has created and given the origin or provided the reason for existence of the cooperative societies as an individual element. Why? Because though the members of the cooperative society changes, the cooperative society keep existing. Schools, the principal changes. In universities, chancellor and vice chancellor changes. In banks, bank manager changes, staff changes. But the bank is always known as Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, State Bank of India. The name of the bank and existence is not affected by the existence of the body of existence of the individuals who are working with that particular bank, schools or university. So Bank of India is an artificial person. Bank of Baroda is artificial person. Correct? Any school like uh, suppose Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar High School. It's a school. Mumbai University. It's a university. Shraddha Hospital. So all these are the entities which are considered as artificial person. Next is the representative personal account. What is representative? There are some special case or special accounts. So these accounts are open to represent a person or group of person. So some example of the same is salary due to an employee, which is called as outstanding salary. Next is impersonal. So we have seen that personal, impersonal. These are two major heads. So in impersonal account, all the accounts except the personal accounts are classified under this head. So first, tangible real account. First type is real accounts. So what is real account? It's a tangible real account. An intangible account. These are two types over here. First is those which are related to things which have physical existence. It can be considered as assets. Sorry. Assets means what? Stock account means inventory account, machinery account, land and building account, furniture account, computer account means what? The asset which can be touched by your hand, which can be seen by your open eyes is called as tangible assets, and the accounts created to record the transaction of this assets is called as tangible real account. So intangible real account, another part of that tangible and intangible two types of real account is intangible is the a particular type of asset which can't be touched or feel, but it has to be measured. So it comprises software in your computer, like your mobile has multiple software like WhatsApp. You can see it, but you can't physically touch it. Like you can touch your mobile. You can physically touch your mobile, but you can't touch the software. Patents. What is patents? Patent means for particular invention, you get a particular right of that invention. It's called as patent. So scientists generally get the patent or inventor of a particular formula. Got the patents. Copyrights. What is copyright? Copyright means when any author or any singer has a particular book or music album, means those who have the born skills or the adapted skills, and they sell their skills, their talent, it comes under the copyrights. So these are the types of intangible asset. In that, trademark like Tata is trademark, Reliance is a trademark. So this trademark, brand name, these are intangible asset which can't be touched, but it has the value which has to be shown to your assets of your balance sheet. So these intangible elements are recorded in intangible real accounts. So two types of real account: tangible, which can be touched, which can be seen by your eyes, and another is intangible real account, which can be touched but it exists. Right? Software, patents, copyright, trademarks, brand names, these are the intangible elements which are recorded in intangible real account. Nominal account. What is nominal? Means the accounts which deals with the expenses, income, losses, and profit. So Multiple types of losses occur in the business, like loss by fire, loss by theft, loss by flood. In certain cases, you earn the commission, you earn the discount, you earn the profit. These are the elements which comes under the nominal accounts. These accounts which really not exist, but these are given name on the basis of purpose for which money has been utilized or received. Means what? These are not the physical elements, but these are the accounting heads. So salary paid, wages paid, interest received, commission received, discount received. All these are the elements of nominal account which comes under the head of nominal account. Why it's so? Because in real account, what we have seen, we probably consider the assets in real account. In nominal, it's nominal. The word itself implies that it comprises the nominal elements which has to be recorded, but which is not having the physical existence. I always say that I earn profit, but I can't show you in a physical manner that in that year I have earned this 10 crore rupees in front of you. What and how I can show you by way of showing my final account, profit and loss account. We have seen that. We have given the examples. We have seen the application, and we have seen the debit and credit. Next, so we can see that the traditional classification of account with example. Why I say it's traditional classification? Because ultimately some chartered accountants, some teachers, some people who are not eager to apply the traditional rule or golden rules, they apply the same rule, but they have classified it in another manner. So they given the name of modern approach. Today we are going to learn only traditional approach. In next lecture we will see the modern approach. So what is traditional classification? So first of all we have to learn what is mean by asset, what is mean by liability, what is mean by revenue, what is expenses. So in previous lectures we have seen that land and building, computer softwares, cash. What are these elements? These are all your assets. Okay. So this land, computer, cash. These three elements are your assets. Why it's so? Because while you have initiated, while you was intended to start a business, what you have do? What you have done? You have bring the money in the nature of capital. Money in the nature of capital means what? The funds you bring in your business. So these funds have been utilized to purchase land, to purchase computer, and the rest of the amount has been kept as cash in hand or cash at bank. So these assets are always have the real account. So identify the nature. Is it asset? Yes. So apply the rule of real account. Next is nominal account and personal account. Sales, purchase. Sales means what? While you sell something, you get the money, which is called as revenue. While you purchase something, you have to pay the money, so it is your expenses. While you pay the salary, it's your expenses. You got commission for something, you got revenue. You pay postal charges, printing charges, it's your expense. And you receive the discount, such like commission. You purchase goods on cash, so you get the cash discount. You purchase bulk quantity, you get the trade discount, so it's your revenue. Then interest on capital. In short, whatever capital you have bring in a business and business pays you the interest, it will be interest on your capital. So it will be considered the head of capital. Classification is capital, but it will be all these seven elements will be sorry grouped in the nominal account. Next is creditors, means what? Whatever you purchase on credit, which is classified as creditors. The things you purchase on credit from the suppliers, and you have to pay the money to them. You have purchased the same on credit, so there is origin of creditors. I have purchased goods from Mr. X on credit, so Mr. X is become my creditor. So whatever I have to pay people and the outstanding amount is called as liability. So Mr. X is a creditor, so he is become the person and it become the personal account. Loan from bank. So loan, whatever loan I have taken, I have to pay the same in the future, so it become my liability. So whatever may be the name of the bank, Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of India, State Bank of India. So this bank loan from bank will be the personal account. Last is when I start a business for some purpose. Some purpose means what? To earn the profit. So whatever money I earn in the business for personal use, I withdraw some money. It's called as drawing. So whatever money I withdraw from business, it's called as drawing, and it is reduced from your capital because you have bring money as a promoter of the business and withdraw money for your personal use. So it will be comes under the head of capital. But as I have withdrawn the money, so it will become personal account because I am withdrawing the money for my personal use. Who I am? I am the owner of the business. When owner withdraw money, it's become the. I have tried to splash light on the basic concept of golden rule of account and the logic behind application of this golden rules. Hope you have understand. Thanks a lot for your precious time. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.